Yes, very much. I mean, I'm always finding it interesting to learn and talk to people out there in the real world who are trying to you know, market these new technologies. I'm interested in the diffusion of innovations and why people might buy them and such like. So it's good to see people on the front line. No, I mean, I always accept. I mean, I've done this sort of work myself that Andrew's now doing. You can never please all of the people all of the time. So you're going to always have some meetings that you're not terribly interested in, and some that you think, yes, that's really you know, floats my boat, as it were.
Yeah.
So I'm quite relaxed about coming to the odd meeting that is not necessarily what I want to listen to. I use it in my professional life. I use it in my private life, and the sort of rough interface between the two, because some things that I do in my private relate to my professional. So yeah, I'm a mild Twitter user. I use Facebook. I use blogging, and I'm on things like LinkedIn and such like.
Yes.
And from that perspective, I think you might have an uphill struggle if you like developing a new platform which will gain traction with a critical mass.
Yes.
And that's the key thing, because it needs to be a critical mass. And I think the way forward is to look at how you integrate with existing systems, for example, like LinkedIn, like Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'll give you an example. I run a blog for Transition Town, or help manage a blog for Transition Town and Retrofit Loughborough. And when we publish an article on there, it automatically goes out on a Twitter feed.
Right.
It automatically goes into a Facebook page.
Yeah.
And you've got to accept people have different comfort zones, and therefore anything you use has got to sort of almost integrate with everything else. It sounds awful, and it's just the way it is these days, unfortunately.
Yes.
So if your system, if your new platform doesn't integrate, it's going to struggle. Large commercial organisations have Facebook pages because they want to reach an audience, and a lot of SMEs, if you like, you know, one-person shows who don't have necessarily a lot of IT competence because they're good at installing hardware or whatever. The easiest thing they can do in the world is have a Facebook page. You know, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So I don't think it is just used. You know, I mean, I don't know how. I didn't do I don't know the most recent statistics, but there are millions of people on Facebook. It's not just kids at school.